Today's very nicely put together video is sponsored by Skillshare, where you can improve your creative management and other skills drastically, and the first 1,000 of my subscribers will get a 1-month free trial of their premium membership. Don't miss out and stick around to learn more. Hey, Super Smash Bros. Has Pokémon, and they also have Final Smashes. The Pokémon Trainer's Final Smash is named Triple Finish. In it, the Pokémon Trainer sends out their other 2 of 3 Pokémon and have them all do a big attack at once. And in this video, I want to break that down and apply it to real Pokémon battles in the Pokémon games. How would it work out? How would it balance? And would it even be legal? Let's go ahead and answer the legality question first. No. You can't just be having a 1v1 battle and then send out all of your other Pokémon to gang up on the opponent. That's cheating and unfair, and oh, that's also exactly what the move Beat Up is. And that's legal, apparently. Beat Up, a dark type attack. The user's fellow party member appear to pummel the target. The user gets all of the party Pokémon to attack the foe. The more party Pokémon, the more damage. Yeah, great. How is this okay? And interestingly, it was the signature move of Sneasel up until Gen 4. And as of Generation 8, Charizard can learn it via TM, so it's totally reasonable that the Pokémon Trainer just suddenly sends out all of their Pokémon. And that's pretty neat. But what moves are they even using? And what would this move's type chart look like? How would it all balance out? Well, Charizard's move is pretty obvious. It's Fire Blast. I mean, it's shooting blasts of fire in the same shape that Fire Blast does, that being Dai, meaning big. It's a reference to Daimonji, a Japanese fire festival where they light up a hillside with this character. Then, Ivysaur is using Solar Beam, obviously. Not many grass-type attacks are lasers. And Squirtle's is odd because I want to say it's Whirlpool because, I mean, look at it, but, like, it's officially Hydro Pump. It's one of the strongest water-type attacks, so I guess that makes sense. It just doesn't really look like that, but oh well. And yes, looking into it, each of these Pokémon can learn these moves. So now, if Triple Finish were used in the Pokémon games, how would it work, and would it balance out? I mean, it's 3 completely opposing types of attack. How would that work? Well, there are a few possibilities. It could just be like Tri-Attack, but that's a really lame idea. Visually, Tri-Attack is electric, ice, and fire type all at once. It even has a chance to freeze, paralyze, or burn. But functionally, it's just a normal type move. Like what? I'm pretty sure if you were hit by each of these things, you wouldn't describe it as feeling similar to like a furry slapping you. So sure, it could be normal type and then it's easy, boom, there's your answer, but no. Let's use Flying Press logic. The move Flying Press is simultaneously fighting and flying type, which is way cool, and I want significantly more moves like it. Though now, because moves can only be listed as a single type, it is listed as fighting, and functionally it is fighting type when it comes to stab bonuses and held items that affect power of moves and stuff. But when the attack is done, the damage it deals specifically is fighting and flying type. This move essentially has its own type effectiveness chart. It's this. If the Pokemon getting hit is rock type, the move will balance out, because rock may be weak to fighting, but it resists flying. But now say you hit an Abomasnow, ice grass type. Grass is weak to flying, and it doesn't resist fighting, and ice is weak to fighting, and it doesn't resist flying. That means this move does quadruple damage. So basically, we are going to figure out how Triple Finish would work in a similar way. What is Triple Finish's effectiveness chart? Aw, geez, and I just realized figuring this out for a 3-type move is going to be a lot more complicated. Oh, but I did just remember, we did a similar thing with the question, what if Arceus really was all types? And that was a super fun one. I'll link to it up here. Check it out. So, grass, water, fire. They do perfectly cancel each other out. It's kind of the whole reason they are the starter types. So the gut reaction that I'm having, without thinking about it anymore, is that Geodudes had better watch out. But let's see now. Let's just cut up the type effectiveness chart and add on Triple Finish, and we see... Oh. Triple Finish kinda sucks. Ooh, watch out, Sand Shrew! You're gonna get it! Mono ground types are no longer safe. We've got a super ultimate attack! But dragons... So you're telling me the Pokémon Trainer, Red or Leaf, 2 of the most powerful Pokémon trainers in Pokémon canon, use this trash as their ultimate final smash attack? What? It's resisted by more than it's super effective against. Even rock types, because they resist fire, are only regular super affected by it. But hold on. Hang on a sec. There's an argument to be made in favor of the move. Let's say there's a little poison type Pokemon. How about Trubbish? It's talking trash about whatever, because it can't do anything but talk trash. And now you want to teach it a well-deserved lesson, so you decide to obliterate it with a triple finish. Is it really fair to say that it resists the whole move because it resists 1/3 of it? Fire and water do normal damage, but it resists grass, so I guess just slide that half damage marker over? No, it doesn't make sense to do it that way. We need more math. So instead of these blank white not applicable spaces, let's make them all 1 and start over now with some new mathematics. Oh, wait, no. 1 times 1 times a half is still a half. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I guess we're figuring out averages then. That seems fair. Maybe. Only issue with that is, this is dumb. Finding the average could make sense. And so you know we rounded to the nearest decimal point. But let's break this down. You could say that each type perfectly does 1/3 of the damage that the overall attack does, at which point finding averages like this would make sense. If you are grass, you will resist the water and the grass portions of the attack, meaning each of those thirds get cut in half, but then the fire third doubles in size. It's super effective. But this means overall, it balances out perfectly. The doubling of fire fills in the space that the cut in half other two made. The average is 1. It makes perfectly logical sense to me, even if that means Dragon will only reduce the damage by half because the average of 3 halves is still a half. You know, reduce each third by a half because Dragon resists all 3. The overall net is half of the whole. So is this method better or worse? Is it something Game Freak would actually do? Well, let's look into Flying Press again. The idea with Flying Press isn't that each type does 50% of the total damage. Rather, each type is the whole thing, which sounds complicated, but trust me, it is. I was supposed to say it's not, that's what the script says, but no, it is. So, if you use Flying Press on a normal type Pokemon, the whole move does double damage because fighting does double damage while flying does normal. If we averaged that out, it would be 1.5 times damage, which isn't what we see in the game. It does 2 times damage. If we use it on a ghost type Pokemon, they are completely immune to it, as ghosts are immune to fighting type attacks. But then, why didn't the flying type part of the move hit it? Oh, because fighting type is the whole move, just like flying type, so the ghost is immune to the whole thing. You see, Flying Press only looks at the damage multipliers and adds those onto the whole move, and a half will cancel out a double. And if there's one double and a normal, it does double, and if there's 1/2 and a normal, it does half. Granted, that seems a lot easier to do and to justify with only 2 types, but let's go ahead and apply those rules to triple finish anyway. So, if there is a special multiplier on one of the types, it applies to the whole move. A half and a double cancel each other out, and multiples of the same do not stack. I guess all this means that I think this is very likely what Game Freak would do here. This is the true type chart of triple finish. Triple finish kinda sucks. Now, there is one more way I could see this being done, especially considering Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee exist. You see, this move in Smash always says it's super effective, so this could be the type chart the move is given, because after all 3 of them cover each other's weaknesses, and they have the power of friendship, and team building, and skill management. Oh hey, those are things you can learn with today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is perfect for the forever learner, the yearner for knowledge, and the lifelong learners. With Skillshare, you can learn topics like crafts, web development, or videography and media manipulation. Skillshare is a huge community of teachers and engaging courses where you can learn a new skill or deepen your understanding of an existing one. Video editing has always been a hobby of mine. That's how I ended up here, with a YouTube. And being self-taught is cool and all, but not nearly as nice as actually learning in a structured system. Especially when it's a premium site like Skillshare, free from distracting ads. And even me, a 5-year user of the Adobe suite, still likes to brush up on the basics. Heck, Adobe keeps updating, and it's terrible every time. But brushing up on the basics as well as delving into the bells and whistles tends to help me get through all that. So I recommend Learn Premiere Pro and edit a how-to video for beginners by Halis Narvaez. My goodness, a lifesaver, and I knew about B-roll, but I didn't know about A-roll. That's a new term. You learn something new every day. And the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of their premium membership. Yeah, a whole month. So you can explore your creativity to its fullest, so why not give it a shot? Even if it's just a try. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, never stop using your noggin.